in the country, best player in the state of Michigan.
Bryce Underwood, what did you learn about him today?
He might actually be Batman.
Keeps, shimmy, shake. Bryce Underwood has speed, and he's got the touchdown. The freshman poses at Spartan Stadium.
He had all of this national media attention. That would have been a perfect situation for him to crumble, and he kept his game together.
The dynamic Bryce Underwood.
Batman does Batman-like things, and this is what they call him.
Michigan does not win today unless Bryce Underwood has his best game as a Wolverine.
And here he goes, Underwood, touchdown, Michigan.
Bryce Underwood. He is something else.
Bryce Underwood, a great example of a five-star commit heading to Ann Arbor and making an immediate impact. He wasn't alone last year, and he's got some company this year. Savion Hyder and Carter Meadows, two guys ranked in the top 15 overall, regardless of position, are heading to play for their new head coach. And it's a coach that's bringing in an overall class that is 12th in the country, a top 20 transfer class heading to Michigan, too. And the man responsible for that class is good enough to join us now. It is Kyle Whittingham from Ann Arbor. Kyle, I know it's early, but so far in the first few weeks, how have you noticed recruiting to Michigan is different from recruiting to Utah?
You know, there's not a lot of difference, and that's the thing about recruiting. Doesn't matter where you are or where you're going. Once you're at the school and talking to the kids and the coaches, it's all the same. Now, one thing in Michigan, obviously, is we're a coast-to-coast casting a very wide net for our recruiting. There's nowhere we don't go, and so that might be the biggest difference is we don't have the the area recruiting that you have at schools that aren't quite as high up the chain as Michigan. It's more position recruiting here, and so like I said, it encompasses the entire country, and obviously the competition is very stiff. I mean, you got everyone in the country on the same guys that you're on.
How did you approach these incoming freshmen who'd committed to a different regime but are going to stick around to be with you?
Yeah, well, first thing I did is got on the phone with each one of them and had conversations, and they were all excited about not necessarily the coaching change, but to continue to be a Michigan man and play for Michigan, and that was really the first order of business when I got hired on, was to meet with, first of all, the entire team that's here now and make sure we had as much retention as possible, and then to get on the phone with all the signees. And most of them are here. There's still a handful that will be late admittance guys in June, but the vast majority arrived in January for this semester, and so that was definitely a priority, and we think that we came away in a pretty good place when all is said and done.
Let me ask you about some of these guys. What do you know about Carter Meadows, the edge rusher?
Carter Meadows, big, good-looking young man, 6'7", one of the top defensive ends in the country, if not the top. Tremendous athlete. The length, as I mentioned, is a big positive for him, and had some good conversations with Carter, young man out of Maryland, and we're excited to get him here in June.
And the running back, Savion Hyder?
Savion, maybe the best running back coming out this year. He was, a tremendously highly rated player, and he's here now. He's doing a great job. He's wearing the workouts, and he's doing very well, and really excited to see what he can do in spring ball.
In the transfer portal, you brought a bunch of guys with you from Utah. How did you know that certain players who fit the program at Utah would also fit the program at Michigan?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say it's a bunch. We came away with 5 from University of Utah, and I think at Iowa State when they went to Penn State, I think they took like 30 guys, and so relatively speaking, it was not a big number. But what we did here at Michigan is just like every other school, waiting to see who jumped in the portal, and those guys that did jump in the portal, the ones that were a good fit, is the ones we pursued. And we feel like we came away with 5 really, really good players from that university.
What are Michigan fans going to see in edge John Henry Daly?
John Henry Daly, he's a guy that has an incredible motor. He plays every snap as if it was his last. Tremendously talented young man. Was leading the nation in sacks last year before he went down with an injury, so he's. We feel he probably would have led the nation last year had he stayed healthy all year. But he's just a relentless, throwback type of defensive end. He's just physical, but he's got great pass rush ability.
Why is J.J. Buchanan so exciting?
J.J. Buchanan, he came in at University of Utah in the summertime, was not with us in spring, and proceeded to catch a bunch of balls for close to 400 or 500 yards, and just got better as the weeks ticked by. And he's a really athletic kid. He's kind of a tweener in a way. He was almost a tight end size young man, but we kept him a wide receiver. He was about 215, 220 pounds. But tremendously athletic, like I said, 40-inch vertical jump, and that really comes in handy when you look at the contested balls up the field. And that's where he really excels, is the contested ball.
Kyle, give me an example of something you've learned about Ann Arbor in the last handful of weeks.
Okay, well, great little community. First of all, I mean, the downtown area is fantastic. It is a little chilly here, I can tell you that, but from what I've heard, this is maybe the chilliest winter in the last 20 years. So apparently it's not quite this cold each year, but cold doesn't bother me. I mean, I come from Salt Lake City, so it's not a big deal. But it's a great town. The support from the community is tremendous. Everywhere you go, people are excited to meet you and go blue and all that type of thing. And so it's our staff has been very well received. And we're excited to, like I said, get going.
Yeah, not quite the tropics in Salt Lake, but still cold winters for sure.
Yeah.
Kyle Whittingham, congratulations on your first class. Thanks for talking to us.
Hey, appreciate you having me on. Thank you very much.
Well, he's got some talented guys coming his way, including Savion Hyder, the #1 running back in the country.
Yeah, one of those kinds of guys that is a plug and play. You can get him on campus once he understands what the offense is ultimately going to be about. He can figure it out and be able to contribute to this team. I really like the power that he has in his lower body, his ability to explode his eyes, understanding what balance is, and being a patient runner as well. You see how quickly he's able to get downhill, his ability to make jump cuts and get out from defenders is really impressive. But again, it's his eyes, his balance, his patience, and being able to hit the home run. You don't get that type of speed. They've got a special player in him. Titan Davis, another player. You talk about defensive linemen that are able to make an impact. You see him at the point of attack. He's standing up in this position. He'll have his hand in the ground a little bit, but watch the hand placement, being able to diagnose, coming straight down to be able to make the tackle. This is outstanding play by him. He'll continue to get stronger and stronger to really be able to help this program and be able to have a huge impact.
And Michigan had a quarterback commit in Brady Smigel, suffered an injury as a senior, decided to take a second quarterback, and they took Tommy Carr. Legacy, grandfather's Lloyd Carr, dad played at Michigan. Brother CJ is now starting at Notre Dame, and you talk to people who know both of them, they say Tommy is probably the better athlete. Yeah. He's more mobile, keeps a lot of plays alive, got a big frame at 6'3" and started to fill it in. But you look at the improvisation that he has there, he did that a lot as a high school player.
Transfer portal additions, he wouldn't say a bunch of guys came from Utah, but Celeste Moa is one of the guys he wanted.
It's kind of a little bit ambiguous what a bunch means, but anyways, not ambiguous that Celeste Moa, huge addition. He goes under transfer because he was signed already, but he's really a high school recruit in this class. Played both ways, played it very, very well. Could do both of that in college. I think safety, wide receiver.
John Henry Daly, player from Utah. I think he's been on the edge, but this is a guy that can play inside. He's a lunch pail guy that's going to be able to move the pile. You see the strength in his hands, not allowing the offensive lineman to get into his body. Does a great job there of being able to redirect that power and being able to make plays inside.
First team all Big 12 performer for him this past season. And again, as the coach was saying, he led the country in sacks until he got injured with just a couple games left to go on the season.